Hello everyone, this is Dr Afaf Mougou with you. I am specialized in cognitive linguistics applied to holy books. My channel is for your personal and your business growth based on religious values. This video will answer the question how can we make a decision and stay committed to it? Decision making is very important in our lives. Majority of us take decisions, but the problem is not taking them. The most important is to get committed. Stay committed to the decision that you make. And majority of people make decisions, but they don't stay committed. They change their minds quickly. And I spoke in a previous video that decision must be taken quickly and changed hardly. So you gotta take decisions quickly and never change them, and unless it's necessary to change them. So if you change decisions or you are not committed to your decisions, it's a problem. What is the solution? Well, I have the solution in this video. I will explain it through this schema, please. This schema, I use it always in my channel. If you are new to it, I'll remind you or remind everyone of the components. This is your whole being, your existence as a person. You have a body, huh? This is your body, and it's vibrating all the time with your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and you have results here. What are your results? Your results are your relationships, your financial status, your health, and your relationships, and your level of happiness. Interior happiness and exterior, for sure. Your body is like hosting your mind. This is your mind, and your mind is embodied here. But I separated just to clarify. Your mind is composed mainly by your ego and your soul, okay? Your ego is your intellect, and your intellect is your social and logical awareness that comes from your five senses, from influences of others, from all your life story, your name, your conditions, way of thinking, habitual way of thinking. This is your ego. Your soul is God's soul inside you. God breathed in us His soul, as it is said in Quran and in the Bible, when He created us. Your soul is very, very much important, and even scientifically, now it's known that our DNA is composed with the main component, that is the spiritual component. Your soul can be programmed either positively or negatively. How does it happen? When you adopt an idea from your ego, from your intellect, and you repeat it and you get emotionally involved with it, it becomes a program. From your childhood, everyone is programmed. This program, if it's like inspired from God's soul, near God's soul, God is richness, God is peace, God is freedom, God is forgiveness, God is happiness. If you have all this programming, positive programming, programming of happiness, of richness, of freedom, you'll be free here, rich. If in your results you are rich, free, happy, healthy, because powerful, to be powerful is to be near God. If you have the spiritual programming of power, it's your truth. You are powerful, very much powerful. Your immune system is very, very much powerful. If so, your results will be very much good. If the contrary, you have negative results, it means that you have negative programming that came from the ego, and they are very, very far from of God's soul. Because in principle, our soul must be programmed with the inspiration of God, because it's God's soul. It's our true nature to be powerful, rich, healthy, loving, the peaceful. So, and our souls direct our results. Our results here are not the outcome of our conscious will, but it's rather the outcome of our spiritual programming. So, if we have negative results here, it means that we have negative programming. So, let's now turn back to the issue of taking decisions. If you take decisions from the ego, you say, for example, now I take the decision to stop smoking. This is a decision. If you take it, you are smoking here. Here you are smoking in your results. You are smoking, and here you take the decision. So you stop smoking. If you have the spiritual programming of loving yourself, you love yourself, you'll will not be smoking from the beginning, because smoking or eating fast food is dangerous for you. It harms you. You don't want to harm yourself, but if you do this, if you eat fast food and you smoke, it means that you have the spiritual programming of not loving yourself. You are not aware of this. So if you have love spiritual programming, you would never do this in your results. You'll never be unhealthy person. But if you have the spiritual programming of not loving yourself, you'll smoke here and take fast food. So here you take the decision and you deviate. You deviate from what you used to be. So from your spiritual programming of not loving yourself, you deviate. When you deviate, your spiritual programming acts automatically as an autopilot, and gives you back, or turns you back to smoking or eating fast food. That's why you take the decision, but you are not committed. After 3-4 months, you are suggested a cigarette, you take it, and all is fallen away. Likewise for fast food. So this is why people are not committed to their decisions, and it's very dangerous to not to be committed to your decisions. A decision got to be committed to, especially decisions that are emanating from God's soul inside you, from your true self, decisions that empower you, that brings you richness and happiness in your life. So what is a spiritual programming? Well, all the matter is here. Spiritual programming acts like an autopilot, like a thermostat, like a cybernetic system. It controls your results. If you want to change, you got to change your spiritual programming first, so that you can be committed to your decisions, to your good decisions. And this is very much important to know. It's very much important to know how to control your results by changing your spiritual programming. For example, there are people that want to stop going to the doctor, for example. They take the decision, but after 3-4 months, they go. Why? Because they have the spiritual programming of weakness. Uh, so to change, how to change? In my channel, I have a lot of videos that help you change your spiritual programming. When you take, for example, a verse from the Bible or Quran that speaks about power or health and wealth, and you repeat it, or about unconditional love, you repeat it, you repeat it, you repeat it. It's very powerful to change the inside. And you can write down, for example, I am powerful, several times a day. I am rich, I am healthy, I love myself. I love myself. This affirmation gotta always be with you. You always remind yourself that you love yourself. It's the key for happiness. Huh? And for example, there are people that want to marry. I have yeah, a friend. Yeah, I know her. She's from Czechoslovakia, and she said, "Afaf, I can't fulfill this decision. I want to have a serious relationship, but always I fall in love, and after that." I am quitted, always she has this pattern that is repeatedly happening in her life. I said to her, the solution is not to change the person. The solution is to change you, to change your spiritual programming. She said, how? I explained what I said now to her, and I said to her, try always to say to yourself that, remind to yourself that you love yourself, unconditional love to yourself. Listen to my videos about unconditional love, and my meditations about this. And you got to have the spiritual programming of soulmate, not the spiritual programming of crash. A lot of people have this spiritual programming of crash, and this is not good, because in your results you will not be stable with in the couple relationship. So you got to always remind yourself, I have my soulmate. You imagine living with him. You write down, I love my soulmate, and my soulmate loves me. I have videos about the spiritual programming of soulmate relationship. You can repeat them. They are very helpful to you. In order to change your pattern, you got to repeat. Repetition is very much powerful, and repetition must be in parallel with positive imagination. You imagine good things happening with you, and I spoke about visualization. It's very important to visualize yourself as the person you want to be, getting married, for example, and to see pictures of people, married people, and to protect your soul. Protecting your soul is very much important. In Quran, it's called the taqwa. Taqwa is to protect, min wiqaya. So, protecting your soul is a religious duty. You got to have this filter inside your brain, huh? To filter the information that comes from social media, etc. Suggest to yourself positive suggestions and to others as well. It empowers you. For example, the decision to get rich. Many people take the decision, but they don't commit themselves to it. Why? Because you gotta change the pattern, the main cause, the real cause, which is the spiritual programming of lack. You gotta change it to the spiritual programming of richness. And I have in my channel a lot of videos that help you do so. And as well, the decision to be happy. Many people take the decision, but they don't commit themselves to it. Why? Because they have the spiritual programming of unhappiness, that came, for example, from their childhood, from their background. They can change. They can be always happy, take the decision and be committed to it. How? To repeat to yourself or to suggestion, I am a happy person, I am a happy person. And don't say the contrary. Don't affirm the contrary. Be harmonious, okay? And write it down. And there is as well the repetition of videos and that are for happiness. God wants us to be happy, as I said, in Quran and in the Bible. There are people who take the decision to not to be upset, for example, but they don't commit themselves to it. Why? Because they have the spiritual programming of war, and many people have it. Why? Because what we see and what we watch and what we hear in the social medias about war and all this influence us from our childhood. And if it's done inside, in our spirit, the spiritual programming is created of war, it will have control on our results. You'll say, I decide to be always peaceful, but even on the level of countries always speak about politicians, speak about peace, but are they peaceful? Mm. Why? Because it's disharmony between your ego and your spiritual programming. If you change your spiritual programming, you'll be peaceful always and easily. Huh? I have a video about the spiritual programming, the new spiritual programming of peace. And there are people that take the decision to have a goal, for example, in life. I spoke about this, how to set a goal for yourself in your life. And there are people, I decide now to have goal. But after 3 months, they forget about it. Why? Because they have a spiritual programming of lost. You know, this is very dangerous to be lost in life. So, how to be committed to your spiritual programming of purposeness? It's when you always remind yourself and write it down and repeat, I am a person that has a purpose in life. I have a definite goal in life. Repeat it several times. And when you find it inside you, this goal, write it down and repeat it always. By repetition, you'll be committed and you'll change your spiritual programming. This was my answer to the question that I asked and my followers asked to me. Thank you so much. I hope it was clear. If you have any question, please leave it in the comment. Thank you. See you soon.